In today's fast-paced world, stress has become a common companion for many of us, for the likes of you and me. From work pressures to personal challenges, or from health, finance or communication issues, or even libido, values, religion or dietary mismatches, to career choices, fake news and social pressure. Our bodies are constantly bombarded with stressors that trigger a cascade of physiological responses. However, what many people don't realise is the profound impact that prolonged stress may have on your health. Chronic stress leads to an elevated cortisol and adrenaline level, which with long and short-term consequences on your well-being. Many people have a cycle of chronic stress, whatever it is for you. Deadlines looming, bills to pay, a rocky relationship, watching the news, or an ex who won't let go and move on, or watching a Hollywood action movie which seems to be a misnomer for extreme violence. Because in these moments, your body kicks into survival mode, triggering the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are essential for short-term response to danger, but prolonged exposure to stresses keeps your cortisol and your adrenaline levels elevated, which leads to chronic stress responses. Prolonged stress takes a toll on your body, and like I said, the two main hormones for the stress response are cortisol and adrenaline, and high levels of these can wreak havoc in your body over time. They disrupt your sleep patterns, weaken your immune system, and contribute to weight gain, particularly around the abdomen, the belly fat. Chronic stress also increases chronic inflammation in your body, putting you at risk of a range of health issues, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, and mental health disorders like anxiety and depression, and even the perpetuation of addictions. Inflamed emotions cause inflamed joints, inflamed organs, an inflamed brain, and inflamed tissues. So what's the solution? The solutions are to pay attention to what's working in your life, and to also pay attention to what isn't working very well and sort it out. Find ways to resolve your issues, whether they're personal or professionally based, no matter what their origin is. How did other people resolve the same issues? Find out how they did it. Will their strategies and solutions work in your situation? You don't always have to reinvent the wheel. Whatever problems you've got, it's highly likely that someone else has already mastered it, healed from it, or even used it to springboard them to fly even higher. Do what works. Do what works. Do what works. Do what they did to sort it out and sort yourself out. Manage your stress for optimum health, well-being, and relationships. The good news is that you've got the power and the ability to manage stress and mitigate its impact on your health. Here's some effective strategies. Mindfulness and meditation. Keep your attention in the present moment instead of letting your mind wander off to wherever it's distracted to go, and help keep you calm and reduce your stress levels. You wouldn't let your child wander off into busy traffic, so don't let your mind run amok either. If you haven't developed a daily meditation practice yet, why not? It's common knowledge now that the yogis and the mystics are right. It's common knowledge now that the yogis and the mystics are right in this case. Either meditate or be prepared to medicate, and then have to deal with the consequences of all of that as well. Do regular exercise. Engaging in regular exercise, regular activity releases endorphins, which are your body's natural stress relievers, and improves your overall well-being. And of course, regular exercise means daily exercise that makes you puff and perspire. I had a slow burn learning curve regarding how being more sedentary, sitting making videos like this, thumbnails and the all time consuming palaver that goes with making videos, or sitting on trains and planes when travelling, impacted my overall fitness and well-being. The switcheroo from being on my feet all day as a full-time healer in private practice to spending a lot of time sitting, which means now I have to consciously add more movement into my day, whereas before there was a lot more movement innately inherent in my day. So if you're an office worker, a desk worker, a bookworm, a long-time sedentary screen watcher, or long-haul traveller, you'll also need to consciously plan to add more exercise into your day too. Have a healthy diet. Consuming a balanced diet rich in nutrients supports your body's ability to cope with stress and boosts your immune function. You'll especially need more of the foundation vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B complex, vitamin C, zinc and magnesium. Make sure the bulk of your food needs to be chewed. Too many smoothies and soft foods means that you don't get the same level of mastication and the pumping of the cerebrospinal fluid around your brain and spinal cord. Get quality sleep. Prioritize getting adequate and restful sleep each night to recharge your body and your mind. Science tells us that 8 hours and 15 minutes is the sweet spot, and going to bed between 10 and 11 is ideal for the cleansing of your brain and integration of what you learn during the day. Seek support. Reach out to wise friends, family, or a professional counsellor for emotional support and guidance when you need it. Loneliness has now been shown to be a common factor in the cancer epidemic, along with suppressed anger. Cancer used to be categorised as a genetic disease, but evidence and research at Yale University in Boston is highlighting it as a metabolic disease, largely associated with too much glucose and glutamine or gluten, which are the two main fuels for cancer cells. This means long-term glucose, glutamine, loneliness and suppressed anger is a recipe for trouble. Take charge of your well-being. Chronic stress, unresolved PTSD, excess sugar, excess sitting, smoking, alcohol, overeating, dwelling on the past and overthinking the future are all silent killers that can significantly impact your health and quality of your life. Recognize your signs of stress. Change your schedule, change your habits, your methods of whatever you need to do to intentionally have your day go better and still be productive, still serve your community in the way that you know best. Implement healthy coping strategies such as simple walking, meditation, deep breathing, singing aloud, or whatever you have a natural affinity with. Become familiar with how you sound when you sing. Use it to identify when you're in tune and when you're off your centre. Prioritise your self-care and break free from the cycles of chronic stress. Intentionally engineer an optimal health and well-being rich lifestyle for yourself. No one's going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. And remember, the changes don't have to be gloriously big to get results. You don't have to burden yourself with any godlike, glorious purpose to get results. Multiple small changes can make a big difference towards a stress-free or stress-less life.